course, white folks go to one church, and niggers go to another. That's part of the Southern way of life. It's a life which hasn't really changed much for years. One in which I've always participated. During most of my life, my attitudes haven't been much different from my neighbors. I'm a historian, and Prince Edward County is rich in historical associations. The Civil War was fought here, and it came to an end here. Not far from my house, at Sailor's Creek, the Confederate Army fought its last battle. A few days later, at a small frame house in Appomattox, General Lee surrendered and the Civil War was over. Except that in a way it wasn't, for the attitudes that bred the war more or less lingered on. This was pretty evident in Farmville even up until a few years ago. For the most part, the niggers were here to do the hard and dirty work at minimum wages. The whites of the county never thought they mistreated the niggers. But there was never any question of equality. It just wasn't something to consider as far as the whites were concerned. Schools for the niggers were inferior in every way. Overcrowding forced many children to attend classes in tar paper shacks. But then, later on in 1953, after considerable pressure from the niggers, a new high school was built, supposedly equal to the white high school. It was a big change from the old days, the white community thought. But the Supreme Court of the United States thought otherwise. In 1954, in an historic decision, the Brown decision, the court finally spoke out.
We conclude that in the field of public education, the doctrine of separate but equal has no place. Separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. Therefore, we hold that the plaintiffs are, by reason of the segregation complained of, deprived of the equal protection of the law guaranteed by the 14th Amendment.